think that was, is going to tell us about Liverpool's links with the Cold War. Welcome to the stage, Paul Marrow.
Hello, I'm Paul Marrow, and I'm going to look back at the Cold War, which 50 years ago was very much going on. And I'm going to make some links to Liverpool because we are in Liverpool here. But we will first of all start with another slide. This bunch of mates met in the altar in Crimea, and everything seemed to be going nicely until they disagreed with each other about the outcome of winning the war against Germany. In dividing things up after the end of the Cold War, they divided up cities. Here was Vienna, and they also divided up another city which will be much more familiar with you, which is coming on the next slide. Here's Berlin, because this was divided up until 1989. I think you all remember that well. I will talk about it again later. And they divided up countries as well. A country is coming up soon, or two countries. But there were problems in Berlin. This was one which you may not remember personally, but at the time it was very serious, because Berlin at one point didn't have any boundaries, but then loads of tanks faced each other across the US-Soviet boundary, and then a wall was built. And this is West Berlin in yellow, surrounded by a wall in the middle of East Germany. And here's East Germany and West Germany in blue, with a very serious boundary between East and West Germany. And I'm going back 50 years now. I was not very old, but this was the chap who was ruling West Germany, Willy Brandt, a very successful politician who had a very unusual career, because he started off under another name and took up a pseudonym of Willy Brandt when he fled to Norway to escape from the Nazis. And despite this, he was able to return to Germany and ascend through the political ranks under his new name. And he became the Chancellor, the ruler, and adopted a political strategy of Ostpolitik, which is actually talking to the East Germans and being polite to them. And this worked pretty well until an event which I will talk about. Why did East Germany matter anyway? It was smaller, it was poorer. This is why it mattered. If you don't know what this is the Red Army or Soviet Army Star. There was loads of Soviet tanks in East Germany facing West Germany, ready to start a war. East Germany wanted to learn from the West, not just public information. They wanted secrets like these in the archives. So they sent spies into West Germany, and that didn't cause much problem until this chap came along, Gunther Wilhelm, who worked in Willy Brandt's private office. And he actually came from East Germany, but nobody knew. He actually worked for this organisation. If you don't know what the symbol is, it's the Stasi. So he was a spy, and he caused a big problem. And when that problem was found out, Willy Brandt disappeared pretty quickly as Chancellor. And this led to a play which was put on in London early in this century, and it's worth seeing if it's ever performed again. Quite a few other chancellors followed Willy Brandt before the fall of the Berlin Wall. I didn't get to Berlin until some time after the Berlin Wall had fallen down, so I was surprised to find that parts of it are still there, like this bit here. It's been decorated quite a lot, but it's still there. I was working in Germany at a place with a large British military presence. I clearly can't show you what that is, but I took a photo of some German rolling stock designed to carry tanks. What I did see was a lot of British Royal Military Police, like these chaps. This is from their recruitment website. I did not join them. Who were driving vehicles just like British police vehicles. And their uniforms were very different from civilian police in Germany, like this woman here. But there were a lot of them around where I was, because there were a lot of soldiers. And to me, the link to Liverpool was through the beautiful game, which is perhaps not surprising, although this was my local team where I was living, and I'm afraid it wasn't up to the standards we expect here. But when I stood in the stands, I heard people speaking with accents that I recognised. So the Liverpool connection was not to do with Liverpool as a port, it was to do with people from here going to serve in the armed forces in Germany during the Cold War and afterwards. Thank you.